sector trade unions and the government that has seen the public service sector trade unions asking Parliament to reject the proposed amendments in the Finance Bill 2023. The unions are now concerned that the government did not consult them on any of the proposed levies, hence calling it a violation of the Constitution and relevant enabling legislations. And as Mike Kagongo reports, the workers' representatives have now threatened to consider industrial action and other measures provided in the law if the bill is passed.
The public service sector trade unions' attention has been drawn to the proposed Finance Bill of 2023 and what they term as continued raiding of public servants' pay slips by the government. Kenyans are staring to a higher tax bill in the next financial year if the Finance Bill of 2023 tabled in the Parliament is passed. The bill proposes the amendment of the Employment Act of 2007 to require employers to contribute to the National Housing Development Fund for each of the employees. This means that employers will now have to pay 3% of the employee's monthly basic salary to the fund, and employees will also be required to contribute 3% of their monthly basic salary.
Sasa tumeona serikali ambayo inasema ni hasla, imeachana na sisi hasla, imeenda pande ya waajiri wetu. Haitaki waajiri wetu sasa walipe ile pesa ambayo imewekwa katika ile sheria ambayo inatoshana na ile sisi tunalipa.
If the Finance Bill of 2023 is passed, employers will have to remit both employee and an employer contribution to the fund before the 9th day of the following month after the deduction was made.
The Finance Bill 2023, if passed the way it is, will see total deductions of up to 52% of one's monthly earnings, with the remaining net of 48% still subjected to 16% VAT.
Speaking in Nairobi Sunday, the sector trade unions said the deductions will leave most employees with what they term as pecuniary embarrassment, as their earnings are already fully committed.
This overtaxation is a huge burden on the public workers and renders them unable to afford basic commodities. The high cost of living makes a public service employee a slave who cannot afford a decent life.
To participate in the affordable housing scheme, the cabinet secretary responsible for matters relating to housing, in consultation with the cabinet secretary responsible for matters relating to finance, will make regulations specifying the qualifications required. The new requirement for employers to contribute to the National Housing Development Fund is expected to impact the disposable income of Kenyan households.
We are greatly concerned that we, the workers' representatives, have not been consulted on any of these levies, hence a violation of the Constitution and relevant enabling legislations.
And which union from the public sector did the government engage when they were coming up with these proposals? You can raid an employee's payroll without unions being engaged. For the union makes us strong.
With this, the trade unions are concerned that the overtaxation is a huge burden on the public workers and renders them unable to afford basic commodities. They have demanded that Parliament reject the proposed amendments, government to reduce taxes imposed on workers, government to immediately engage workers' representatives in the public service sector, and government to fast-track negotiations and implementation of all pending collective bargaining agreements (CBAs), failure to which the public sector unions will consider industrial action and other measures provided by the law. Mike Kagongo, TV 47, Nairobi.